Good afternoon and welcome to Bars and Bells. My name is Ian.
I'm Lauren.
And this is the bar class, more specifically, place to press some kettlebells and plie, mobilizing those hips. Lauren will start us off today with a nice foot warm up and down to the floor. Stay tuned for presses, plies, and everything inspired by the ballet.
You can start in center, or you can start with a bar, a countertop, or something light to hold on to. You can have slippers on your feet, or you can have bare feet. You can know ballet, or you can know nothing. Anyway, all you need to know right now is we'll bend those toes up into that demi position. Then we'll push to press to tall, and we'll come down on the other foot bending. Let's repeat that. Up, try to hold a balance, keeping your glutes squeezed, your kneecaps pulled up, and come down. And one more time, we'll go up. We'll come down. This time we'll gently bend that straight knee. We'll extend it. Then we'll take the bent leg, we'll point the toes. We'll gently flex round over the toes. We'll go back to the ball of the foot. We'll push up, come down on the other heel, continue to melt into that knee bend, press to tall, point toes, flex over, roll back. Let's do that one more time each side. So up. As that heel lands, gently absorb the landing, bending the knees. Then press. Use your toes to point, roll over the toes, roll back one more time. It's an up, a controlled descent, a knee bend, then a press, then a point to the toes, a flex roll over, come back to that demi point. Let's go up one last time. Now let's stay up on these points, but gently try to bend both knees. Hold for a second, then put your heels down and press to tall. We'll continue that down to come to the floor for our first core. Let's go up again one last time. That's probably a lie. One more time up, then knees will bend, slowly descend, heels stay up, soft landing on your knees with or without your hands. Extend your hips, point your toes back. Let's sit back in that for 1 second, and then we'll squeeze both cheeks. Press your hips forward, hinge, place your hands on the floor, and let's walk ourselves out for our first plank. We're prepping our plank for our presses today, so our hands are gripping the floor, our shoulders are pulled out of our ears, and we're stepping back into our plank position. When we're here, we're thinking about the tension we'll need to press our bell, which means our abs are braced, our butts are squeezed, and we're pulling the floor together underneath us. Our right hand's pulling to our right hip, and our left hand's pulling to our left hip, and both at the same time. Nothing's moving, but we're creating that tension for 3. Couldn't move you if I tried, and soft landing. Take a second off. Let's work our way to our splits.
Sounds good. So sit in your comfortable split if there is ever a way to describe this nice seated position, and either have your ballet toes or those karate feet, but just wherever you are rather, aim to have those high tension techniques all around the body, including pulling up the kneecaps, lifting up your chest, and making sure that you're anteriorly tipped or trying to tip your tailbone back like that cow. If your hands can reach the floor, fantastic. If we have a hard time getting out of that slouch, maybe sit on a little booster. But just for a couple more seconds here, breathe into those adductors, these muscles between those hips and those knees. And little side to side shifts can be nice, as much as extended lines reaching forward. Get to a place for 5 to 10 more seconds that's safely uncomfortable, if we can call it that again. Breathe into it a little bit further. And with control, always come back up to tall. One more plank exercise on the floor with me, and then Lauren will have us holding those bells in a second. So flip yourself around, and whether you're on the knees like I was before, or finding those toe tips for a full plank, this time think cross-body tension. So set up the light effort plank with a slight hip scoop under, wide open hands and gripping toes, and without moving, pull the right hand to your left foot, and feel the core shake and engage like a seatbelt across the body. And then relax. Then do the same effort on the other side. So that's pulling my left hand to my right foot for 4, 3, and easy on the off.
Ian's counts are longer than mine.
And then one more time, do both. I'm trying, but it's probably a series of quick switches back and forth.
3, 2.
3, 2, gently place those knees down. Are your planks that challenging? We sure hope so. That doesn't mean we're out of shape, or it doesn't mean we're weak in the core. It means we know how to create tension, and that's what we're looking for the press. But before I say too much more, let's do a tip to the tailbone of the ceiling. That did not come out right. And a cow tip of the hip, tailbone towards the ceiling. Now push the bum high. Be patient as you walk your hands to your feet or your feet to your hands. And then we'll stack from the unfolding position of pulling the core down in the front, helping extend through the back, and leading up with those clavicles. And then reset the eyes on the horizon. A little shake, and then back to Lauren here.
All right, we're picking up this kettlebell weight object of your choice that's weighted. And we'll be first starting and preparing our body to hold that tension in our low suitcase carry. Every time we pick up the bell to press, we use our hinge, so let's start with that now. Hinge on the hips. Shoulders stay square to the floor as you grip this bell with one hand. Pack your shoulders, prepare for a lift off, and then place that bell nicely beside you. I adjust my stance to be slightly narrower. Let's lightly elevate our shoulder and retract it. That should pull the bell off of our body. Both cheeks are squeezed. We have that core tension. We're breathing. We'll pull it back to center. Hinge. Both stay square to the floor. Up without. And by both, I meant shoulders. Same thing, second side. Hinge. Square up. Pack. Put it beside you. Shoulder. Elevate. Retract. Weight evenish in both feet. If you're lazy, that heavy object is pulling you over, but you're not. So you're staying up nice and tall. Feel that far side abs. 3,
sure hear it.
2, hinge. That wasn't a drum.
Whew, heck no. If it was, it's tight like a snare.
All right. I don't know if that's what a snare does. We're going up to that rack position. Anyway, use your hinge. Let's stick to what we know. Hinge, grip, pull. We're going to that rack position. In that rack position, this is the position we'll press out of today. The one we've been working on for the past 4 weeks. We have a vertical forearm, a nice straight wrist, a rooted base to push out of for 3, 2 hands, and park. Remembering as we progress our presses today, maybe you choose to hold in that rack position for the time we press. That would be a great thing to practice too. Hip hinge, grip, rack and pack. Squeeze your cheeks. Oh, get that snare back. There we go.
There we go.
Brace your abs, vertical. Think about pressing. Then park that bell. Let's do a little hips and then we'll come back to our first set of 5 presses.
5 of 5
I'll get the
presses. 25
wording
total
right.
reps is that goal for today. Pliés. So let's grab a bar or that balance aid at your side. We'll be working from that first position most often today. So let's start there with those heels connected and feet and hips turned out. Hand on the hip or hand out to that side second position. And first, let's just do our nice little plie. Lauren, warm those up nicely with the feet and knees in the warm up. From here though, come back down, Lauren, I'm sorry. I know I talked too much, I'm sorry. And then go toe to the front in that tendu. Followed by a stretch, close back to first, and then tendu front, and then back to first. Repeat to the side. So our plie, reach leg side, full stretch, close, touch heels, point those toes, close heels in first. Repeating again to the back, plie, reach, keep that back hip forward, tall, heels, toes back, heels forward, and one last time, plie, reach side, full stretch, we'll close, we'll point, and when we close this time, let's pull up to our first balance, being that ankle or coup de pied hold. With your hand on the bar or without, we'll stay flat on the foot and keep the hips forward, the knee to the side, and the toes pointing down. Then finish tall in that first position and enjoy a little shake and you wiggle it out. And then we will switch sides. Encourage you to do the same. Stability one leg, mobility the other. We'll work on that always. Knee, bend, plie, point, full stretch, close, tendu, and then close. This cross pattern takes us to the side next, and we stretch and close, we point and close, sit plie, reach back hip forward, straight leg, heels front, toes back, heels front, and knees over toes. Reach wide and long, and then close, point, close, and then one balance again here. We're in that first position with the turnout on the standing leg, toe tip facing down, knee pointing my partner, Lauren here, and breathing, and then return to your tall first, and back to some press.
All right, so as poorly mentioned before, we will be performing 5 sets of 5 reps in each set for a total of 25. It's only 1 rep more than last week, but the way we've structured it is it's going to feel like more because we're doing more reps at once. Simple as that. Let's start with the first arm. 5 presses is our goal. If you have to pick a number less than 5, that's totally up to you. Hip hinge, grip, pull, 1, inhale on the down. Remember as we press today, that plank tension, driving through the pinky, and breathing. Very important part of your pressing. I feel really far away.
I know, because the floor is so creaky up there. I wanted to keep it quiet so you could only hear the power of Lauren's press. Risk it. Go for it.
It's only a 120-year-old floor. Same thing, second side. Hinge grip, pull, hooked. 1, 2, 3. That off arm provides some tension too as you press, as well as those butt cheeks. So be sure to squeeze them as that bell goes towards overhead. Whew. Oh, breathe.
For 5 reps, that's enough cardio for me a lot of the time, particularly when we link that together with continued efforts here at the bar. So fix your hair, grab your bar, and let's get going again. This time, however, we'll be transferring our weight forward and then out to the side. But let's do the same idea of our plie, our tendu, then land toe ball heel on the front leg, push off the back, and then return that back leg just to that low ankle coup de pied position. Then reach the leg back, accept the floor toe ball heel, tendu, but jete really forward this time, and then bring the heel back to the side. Repeat to that side second, so it's plie, reach, this time push away from the bar and bring in that leg to our ankle balance, and then point, accept the floor, push the other side, and connect back again in first. Plie, reach back, push forward, go back, and again, great balance there, Lauren, with that knee to the side, and then point, land toe ball heel, flick the toe out the back, close first. Encore one last time, plie, reach side. I'll push to the bar and hold my balance away, and then reach back to the bar, point those toes, and bring it back to first. Then this time, you could bring it back to first or that coup de pied, and again, balance perhaps there, or on that demi-point rise. Hands on hips, hand on the bar, or that hand in that first position. Then close back to 2 points, back to first, shake wiggle, repeat on the other side. How's that going? If you need the bar, use it the whole time. That's why we're here. Particularly out in that side second position, challenge yourself without. And I think my leg will fit better there. Okay, so here we go. Plie, tendu front, toe ball heel landing, return that back leg, knee point side. Then point, tendu front, and back to first. And then to the side is a plie, stretch, squeeze your standing leg bum cheek, and then point, and come back to that first position. To the back, plie, stretch, point to the front, pull that knee side, reach that leg front, toe ball heel, jete out the back first, and then to the side the last time, tendu, squeeze your standing leg bum cheek, point that toe down, and then point back to the bar, straighten the other leg, return to first, then to that ankle, and this time, flat-footed like this, or challenging that demi-point just like Lauren. Breathe. 3, 2, come back to that first position, nice and controlled, just like our presses, control. Looking forward to all this.
Controlled, all right. Set number 2 of 5. I'm gonna start with my other arm this time.
I knew you were gonna throw that little wrench.
I know, throw that wrench at you. If you can dodge wrenches. Okay, second side
can dodge
or
a kettlebell.
first side, doesn't matter. Here we go. Pull upwards of 5 presses again. You'll notice we're not going fast as we press, but we're also not going super slow. So when you get that volume up in your presses, the cadence might pick up. That doesn't mean we're bouncing out of our press. Doesn't mean we're flopping about. It just means we're limiting a little bit the time we spend under that press.
Looking for control.
We have that same thing on the other side. Also notice the talking gets a little bit harder at the number 5. Second side, hinge grip, and 1, 2, looking up. You want the bell to go up, so look up. 1 more. Boom. And park that bell. Nice presses, 2 down, 3 to go.
That's right, nice presses. We have this ongoing imaginary YouTube series in our head called Questions We Get Asked on Twitter. Questions we get asked on Twitter are, how heavy is the bell Lauren's pressing today? The answer is 18 kilograms. For me, 28, 18 kgs, pretty awesome. What bell are you using? Type now, let me know. Until then, let's get back to the bar.
Any and all bells are great.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And everything is heavy. Everything is heavy.
Everything is heavy.
So let's put that hand on the bar. We're back to the first position now. And I think it's time for some quicker actions on the dégagé or the jeté action. So let's go right to the front for one, and back, and to the side, and then back, and then side. And now twos in the same direction, front, side, and side. For my teacher and me, I'm focusing on my knees so straight. Now 3, 2, and 1, and 3, and 2, and 1, and 3, and 2, and 1, and one more time to side, 2.
Go back down, twos.
Oh,
Twos.
okay. Or hold a
Twos.
balance, and then I'll catch up with the ones. We'll go 1,
One.
and 1, and 1, and 1.
I just
and
wanted
then
that added.
pull it in to that ankle position. Stay there, or pull up to that passe position. And if the knee is going high, that hip flexion action, the hip itself is reaching down. So point your tailbone down as your knee goes up. And I corrected my foot there as I thought about it too. And then right back to that first position. It almost seems like Lauren's really enjoying that dégagé exercise away from the bar. 8, 8, 4, 4, 2, 2. She wants so many more reps.
No.
So let's do that again. I like that. We'll count up. 1s, 2s, 3s.
I just like patterns.
1s, 2s, 3s, and back down that ladder, or pyramid rather, 2, 1. Ready to go, Lauren? Here we go.
I'm really focused on not moving my core.
Amazing. Squeeze that standing leg bum cheek. Point front 1 and 2 to the side.
1 to the side.
And back and 1 side. Now 2
1.
and 2. Straight knees to the back and side. Now 3 to the front. Straight legs to the side. Pull up those kneecaps. 3 through the back. 2, 1, 3 to the side. Now we're going 2 to the front, 2 to the side, 2 to the back, 2 to the side. Now 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. And then pull up to the ankle. Pull up to passe if that's available. Project that heel forward, the knee to the side. If the knee is coming high, that means hip flexion. That means the hip needs to be low. And then return to that first position. Shake it out. Whew, that was harder than I thought, but it's for those muscles right there. That's right. Those adductors.
Right. Set number 3 of our presses.
This is my favorite set, by the way.
It's light. This one takes
This is
us
the
over
strongest set.
This one takes us over the hump. Here we go.
You going
Set
left?
number 3.
Non-dominant first?
No, back to, it's alternating.
Okay.
Come on,
Patterns,
get those
right?
patterns.
Got
Grade
it.
1. Here we go. Hinge. Grip. Up. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Whew. And park that bell. Very
Park
nice.
that bell.
Excellent.
Take it out maybe in the middle.
Take your time. Shake it out.
All
Sorry,
good.
that's either more exhaust than I've ever seen,
Yeah.
or that's smoke.
Yeah. Or Lauren's on fire with her presses. Whew.
We'll worry about that in a minute. All right, same thing, second side. Hip hinge, grip bell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very nice. Oh. Excellent, shake it out.
Yeah. Let it recover a little bit. That's quite a bit of work. Fondues at the bar here. And we'll be working en croix again. And we'll work in our singles all the way around, but we'll go through twice.
Fondues.
Ready to rock?
Ready to rock.
With a passe hold at the end.
Passe hold at the end.
So the knees bend together and we'll pull up to that ankle coup de pied. And then stretch out front, straight legs both. Then the knees bend together and we'll reach out to the side. Now find the back ankle coup de pied and stretch together. One more time to the side en croix, full stretch. Repeat to the side, knee bend.
To the side or to the
Excuse
front?
me, to the front. I love that, Lauren. Let's add a little balance there. Then heel down and bend. And stretch together and find a balance. And then back ankle coup de pied on the bending. And then out, right on, and then back down. And then last time to the side. Now, because we'll be on that demi point, either stay there or find that passe hold. I have to get my belly button over the foot because that's what Lauren tells me helps, and I believe it. And we're gonna hold for a couple more seconds, find that first position on demi, and own the down. Awesome. At the beginning there, when I integrated that, the releve onto the demi points there, I was doing it as an afterthought. Lauren had some really nice flow there and kind of made that part of the movement. Let's strive for that second time through.
Basically a ballerina.
Basically, minus a couple inches. That's okay though.
Somewhere.
Yeah. From here, we'll be doing much of the same thing. Fondue, knees bend, and straighten together. Knees bend together, and straighten. It's that back ankle coup de pied as you stretch to the back, knee side, and then leg side. Repeat again, and releve, heel down, releve, back ankle, full stretch. One more time to the side. Now stay there on that demi, or come down to that flat foot and challenge yourself accordingly with that passe hold. The hips are level, the rib cage is slightly forward, we're maintaining our breath, and then find those 2 points like first, and finish with those heels projecting forward. Then shake it out, and then it's time to do a very particular pattern of a press.
Set number 4 to be exact. So, you know, earlier I said we were doing 25 presses, which is only one more than last week, which is still a true statement. But actually we're doing 50 presses, 25 each arm. So,
whoa,
double that.
Double.
Okay, we're to our non-dominant arm likely on this set. First side, up to 5, hinge, grip, up. 1. 5. As mentioned earlier, as these sets get going, as these reps increase, the talking may decrease.
Yeah.
And that's okay. But one thing you could take from that is patterning your breath with the sounds of our lovely breath on the microphone. So I like to inhale as I pull down, keep that breath to keep that tension in my core, and then press out of that full belly. Same thing, second side. Take the inhale, fill. 1, inhale down. 2, 3, you have abs. 4, 5, and park. As you get tired in those presses, that breathing and that tension becomes very important. We'll remind you about it for set number 5. Stay tuned.
Looking forward to that set 5. Until then, let's do something nice and quick first, and something nice and slow after. It's that dégagé 8844221111, and then 8844221111 all the way back up. We'll start on the and, either with your hands on the bar, or challenge yourself in that ever-evolving, disciplined second arm position. Are we ready to go, Lauren?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 8. Now 8 over here, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8. Now 4, 3, 2, and 1, 4. Too quick, too quick. Now quick singles, singles, singles. Pause for a second. I'll be starting with my left on the and for 8. 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8. 8 of these over here. 4,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Now 4, 3, 2, and 1. 4, 3, 2, and 1. 2 quick ones, 2 quick ones. 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. And shake. Let's go back to the bar. Slow things down just for a second before we get back to that press. Starting with your feet in that first position. We'll tendu a single leg out to the front as you rond de jambe this leg. Point finishing with the toes. Reach it to the side. Maintain that turnout and the hip forward as you reach to the back. Lead the toes back, heel front, and repeat that one more time. Same pattern. To the front. Reach out of that hip. Maintain that turnout. And back to that first position. Let's repeat it to the back on a straight leg today. So we'll reach back, lock in a key and lock rather, from the side to the front. Push the hips through as the leg goes back. Straight legs, of course. Turn out, reach side, finish front, and pull under. Then from this position, let's pull up to the knee or that passe. and challenge ourselves with that attitude hold out front. If the line was drawn from your belly button, try to have your foot pointing along that line out front. Challenge yourself without a hand. Return the leg to the passe position and a hand to the bar, and then back to that first. Excellent. 2 quick ones. Well, rather slow, but 2 front back, 2 back front, and a hold out front in the attitude. Point, front. Are you finding that midline out at the side? Are you maintaining that turnout? Then reach to the back. Toes are back, heels are forward. Repeat 1 more time. Point those toes. Pull up those kneecaps and stretch the leg out the back and then to first. Same thing, the hip goes forward as the leg goes back and then open to the side. Front, toes back, heels forward this time. As you do that one last go, point to the back. Turn out of the hip, reach to the front, pull back to first, pull up to the coup de pied position, and then onto the knee or passe. And for a couple seconds, challenge yourself with that attitude hold. Whew, ribs to hips, squeeze your standing leg, and then back to passe, back to first. And then it's our fifth set of press
set
already.
of presses here. Dun, 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 dun.
It's not that scary.
Dun, 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 the last set of presses.
Yeah, a little more Mozart, less Bach here. Excuse me, Beethoven. A little more Mozart.
Springtime. All right, here we go. 5. I dare you to do an extra and do 6.
Oh,
Ready?
Okay.
First side. Hinge grip. 1, 2, 1 more if you have it, make it a good one.
Yes.
6. And park. Oh, sneak attack.
Don't ever take a big dog's double dog dare.
Big dog.
Big dog, right here. But if you do, as Lauren said, make sure you can finish with integrity and that you might even be able to squeak out 1 more rep.
This is where peer pressure is okay.
Yeah, a little bit of light pressure.
Same thing. Same dare. Second side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoa. How'd that go? Super good.
Pretty good. Pretty good. We'll be moving these kettlebells out of the way and invite you to do the same. And working on some weight transfers as in the centerpiece of our bar practice here.
I do not compose music, so don't ask for anything
So clear
else.
the room just a little bit. And I'm super happy with myself. So thanks very much, Ian. Good for you. Because I got my 5 sets of 5. Why is that so congratulatory? Because that means to me that I'm ready to start playing with that kettlebell a little heavier. So did you hit that 5 to 5 milestone too? It might be time to think
You still
about.
have week 6.
I know. Who knows? Maybe the big bells will come out on week 6. Okay, enough. Are you doing this or am I?
I am.
It's your weight transfer, so you should do it.
Mine.
Yours.
I patented it.
Yeah.
We'll start with our feet in first. I'd like you to take a leg and just point it to the side, only where you can reach it and your hips stay level. Then toe ball, heel land. Let's start first on straight legs. Push into the floor that way, and you'll go this way. Keep yourself stacked. Try to rotate this inseam all the way open. Now keep your hips level, rotate the inseam all the way in. Then 1 more time, rotate it open. As you land, try to grip toe ball, heel, and keep the leg turning out. Push your weight to the other side. Repeat second side. Stay level, stay stacked. Rotate the whole leg from the femur in. Your ankle shouldn't move more than that big bone. Rotate open. As you land, toe ball, heel. This time, pause and center. Pull the floor together. Feel those adductors even more than you already do. And then bend your knees. Push your weight over. This time, find a bent leg balance. Knee towards over toe, you're still stacked. Rotate the inseam forward. Toe ball, heel land. Pull yourself across. And then point. Stand up. Keep that, I didn't mean to say stand up. Keep the leg rotated open. Toe ball, heel. Again, bent leg first. Hold. Push down to go up. Hold. Keep this leg rotating forward. Knee bends. Toe ball heel. Pull across. Tension those adductors still. Point. Push down to go up. Knee bend. Toe ball heel. One last time for realsy. Across. Stick it. Push down. Added bonus, find a single leg balance. Control the up, hold for a second, and then slowly descend. When your heel lands, knee will bend, plie. Toe ball heel across last time. Over. Slower is better because the speed hides the need. So push down, control the up, find the balance, high, 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 high. Then heel will come down, knee will bend, toe ball heel, pull to center. One more, pull your heels up. Could you keep your heels up and sink a little lower? Send your knees to the side as much as you can. Then press up out of this, keep your heels up, keep high, 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 high. Then heels will come down. Point, close.
Reverence. Excellent. 5 out of 6. You've been here for all of them, or are you just starting? If you're just starting out in your kettlebell and bar journey with bars and bells, perhaps check out the basics. They're 10-minute workouts, and there's 1 to 3 minute clips of learning all of these simple movements like the toe squat and the ankle warm-up, inclusive of those kettlebell holds, and ultimately the press.
All for free on YouTube.
All for free on YouTube. And for those who are interested to learn more, visit our website, barsandbells.com. Sign up for our newsletter where you can receive weekly links to live classes like this, as well as some recipes and other lifestyle shorts of Lauren and Ian living our small business owner virtual
Dream.
YouTube studio dream.
Anyway, until next time on Saturday, which is 8 a.m. live Eastern Standard Time, or anytime they're on the archive, after in the archive, we play with our body weight strength and we'll practice those body weight skills. And then it all begins again next week on Tuesday with the kettlebell on the other side of the room.
3 live classes, 30 minutes each.
Take care.
Stay strong.
Like our YouTube channel.
And let's do it again soon.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.